All right, y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today, we got Mr. Jared Smith.
How y'all doing?
And we're gonna, everybody's worried about the turkeys, so we're gonna try to help y'all save the turkeys, help the turkeys, because the turkey population, is struggling. Well, there's a number of predators that you can help control. We're not saying eliminate, because you need some of these animals, but turkeys are a daylight animal, they're a nesting animal, ground nesting. So you got possums, raccoons, skunks, minks, fox, coyotes. Then you got hawks after them, eagles and stuff now, snakes. There's a variety of stuff. They're after them all the time. So Mr. Smith is one of the top turkey hunters in Alabama. And one of his passions is trapping. So he's going to show y'all a couple easy, quick sets to help control, the nesters, the nest predators. So we're gonna get with him and we're gonna show basically like 3 sets.
Yes, sir.
So I'm gonna get with the camera and follow him around, and we're gonna set some sets and have y'all ready to control some nest predators. So hang on.
Let's go.
Yeah, we got an intersection right here, and he's gonna use kind of the wind to help, and he'll explain that. But a lot of your hunting clubs and even public land stuff, intersections and just like deer hunting, intersections, more things that push animals to one part of the area, and a travel zone is where a lot of your sets are going to be, and a lot of your most productive sets are going to be. So he's going to get into that with the wind and stuff.
Yes, sir. So the wind's blowing this way right here, so what we're going to do, we're going to set right over here. That way, when they're running this road right here, that wind will blow right to their face. So just put the odds, and you set one on both sides, because the wind changes in Alabama all the time. So
every day.
Set 3 or 4 on an intersection like this big. I've caught several down there. I've caught more coyotes on this stretch right here and this stretch right here than probably most people's ever seen in their lives.
Wow.
I've been trapping this for 10 years.
Wow. All right, let's show a set. So.
Alrighty, let's do it. My bait right there.
So he's got a pretty neat bucket where he keeps all his supplies in and stuff. So.
I haven't trapped since spring, but it's a mess. Let me get my drill.
These are the dog proofs. So you can pick them up at a lot of places, even order them online. Over here's some leg hold traps, and they're mainly he's going to be using them for coyotes and foxes, and then you can catch a variety of stuff in them, but most people nowadays using them mainly for coyotes. So.
All right, guys. I always wear 2 different pairs of gloves when I'm trapping. Right now I'm kind of demonstrating, showing y'all how to do this. I'm not running my trap line like I usually do, but these are good gloves right here. I've set all my sets with these gloves. Then when I go to bait, I change over to some latex gloves.
Yeah, that's one thing you don't want to do is get your bait on your trap, because them suckers will dig your trap up. So this set's called a dirt hoe.
It's a dirt hoe.
Well, yes. I've had a lot of luck with that set, boy, when I was younger.
Oh, this is a good set. This is the #1 set for any trapper to learn for most animals. A coyote doesn't like all this. A fox loves it because you have to block him off. Make him come around this side right here. Okay, the wind's blowing right here. He's running this road, he's turning, he smells something, he'll come through here. Guide him, set your trap right here. Another thing, I like a knee pad, because whenever you're trying to keep your scent off the ground, your sweat, and plus when it's wet, put that knee pad down like that right there, you can work better. You always want your dog of your trap facing the wind direction. That's the dog of the trap. Wind blowing this way, you point it that way. That's what I've been taught. So come over here. Dig your hole. night latch in there. Click it. Take your driver. This is called an earth anchor. You attach that to your traps right here with J hooks. And let me grab this right here. By the state of Alabama law, you have to have these on your traps as a tag, trap tag.
There's your license number and
your confirmation number is what it's got. That's all you need is confirmation number here. And I attach it right here. Just like that. But I ain't gonna do it because I'm not trapping. I'm just gonna pull these when I'm done. Right. So dig your hole. Come over here. Get your driver. Stick it in there. Take your time, don't hit your hand. Drive it all the way down to there. I'm not going to do it today because we're pulling these. Wiggle that, pull that out. Take your chain, put it underneath your trap like that. Just wind it down, put dirt over it. Put that right there. This is critical. Put that into that bank and push it like that right there. This chain. All right. Remove any rocks, any pebbles, pine cones, bark.
now that hole back there you drilled out at a certain angle, is it pretty much straight down?
Yes, sir. It's more of a little bit of an angle. I haven't drilled it yet, but it's an old one. I use that 2-inch auger right there.
2-inch auger bit.
And a cordless drill. Keep it charged and keep a couple different batteries. I like to put it at a little bit of an angle so they have to come around here to investigate. But as you see, what my way of thinking is, I got this, which I'm gonna show you I use. I got this right here, which I'm gonna show you I use. And I got this right here, you know. And it's all gonna come together here in a minute and you're gonna see why this set right here will catch over and over and over again. Alrighty, this is where I need my dirt. I have to go get me some dirt right here. This is what I do. A lot of times in this weather, dirt will be drier where the sun comes up. So just get some dry dirt somewhere over here. Come over here, sift.
We got this sifter, and all you want to do is basically is get up over there to hide the trap. You don't want to get it too deep, right?
Exactly.
If you get it too thick, it'll hinder how fast the trap throws.
Another thing, don't ever use red dirt. Alabama, we have red clay, and it dries just like concrete. You don't want that. Try to find you some good soft dirt. Find your pan. There's my pan, okay? Use that dirt to pack it. Not necessarily to cover this part. Make your pan the lowest part of this set.
Now, do you have a certain, like a measurement where you want the pan from the hole, or you just?
I like to take my hand and do like that. I just eyeball it now, but when I first started off, a fox, I'd put it up closer, and that's the best. Over here for a coyote, about like that.
About right 6 inches, basically.
About 9, really.
Oh, 9?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
For a coyote.
Okay.
This is more of a fox, anything set. So I got it right there, kind of in that happy middle. But I use this bow for them to come through here and walk. And when they smell the wind's blowing the northwest wind right here, they'll run around that, but then they'll come around here and investigate that hole. So just make it a good little path right there, and put you a little bit of clump right there. Just keep your pan clear. Put you a little track right there. Just something to give them where to step. And then kind of rough this up and blend it in where it looks kind of like they dug it and something knocked your dirt back like that right there. And that's basically it. So come over here, change your gloves. Put some bait in there. Good beaver bait right here. Smells good.
Yeah, it smells great.
Oh, I didn't get my sheep's wool, did I? I didn't get my sheep's wool. I usually put it on a piece of sheep's wool, but it's okay. I catch them like this. I'll put it on that sheep's wool and squeeze it, and that holds your bait. I waddle it around the hole like this right here to get that scent around, and I drop it way down in there. And that's why I dig my hole so deep, because they'll come in here and they'll be digging like this right here. They'll get your bait and they're gone. They won't stay right here. But if you take it and stick it way down in there, 18 inches or so, I go real deep and I catch way more. Get that bait all around there. Let's see. Fox gland this time of year is killer. Summertime, fox gland. This right here is Keg Creek, buddy. Oh, this is good stuff. I get it all around.
So it's basically all around the mouth of the hole and
yep.
on the top part, yep. Like.
Exactly.
So bait down in the hole and then gland lure and stuff around
yep,
the top.
Around the top. This is just urine. Little squirt, little squirt.
The fox urine?
Yep. Little squirt. That's it. That right there will get them. They'll come through here. They'll walk. They'll step right there. Pop. Got them.
That's awesome.
All right. Okay. Now
y'all make sure y'all pay attention to some of the laws. Look up if you're going to trap, because like in the daytime you're supposed to run traps every 24 hours, and
yes,
water traps I think it's 48 hours. Yes, but
sir.
You know, here in Alabama there's some other rules, some federal rules, stuff you need to look up. You know, the state don't really push the federal laws that much because it's hard to even find them, but there's some few state rules that you need to kind of look up. Make sure you got your license, and if you're on private land, and if you're on public land you got to have a permit. So y'all always remember that stuff, to be legal, and make sure you're aware of them laws, because nowadays, you know how the way the push is on some of this anti stuff, you don't want to give them an edge to get on you, because people will take advantage of it. So anyway, that was a dirt hole set. You can catch multiple animals. It's targeting mainly fox and coyotes, but hey, you'll catch skunks, sometimes bobcats. So
if you're gonna catch bobcats on this set, this is what I would do. I would even use this set for a bobcat. I save my turkey feathers. Of course, like you said, I'm a big turkey hunter, so I save all my turkey feathers. Put them in the hole, put them around it like that right there. Just like that right there. Then use bobcat gland, bobcat urine. That right there will catch a bobcat all day long.
Yeah, bobcat's a real visual animal on stuff.
Exactly.
I mean, they see feathers, or some people use tassels and stuff like that. They want to come and investigate
you can
it.
hang your scent right here too, up high. I forgot to tell y'all that. You can hang your scent up here high with the wind blowing it over this way. That gives them more of a skunk in the wintertime smell, or curiosity smells.
Yeah, there's a couple things you kind of try to do, like he's talking about, to kind of catch their attention, to bring them in. One of them scent. The other one is visual. So
exactly.
you can hang a feather, you know. But some places you got to watch about the laws about hanging feathers and stuff. So, but
here we're good.
Here we're good. So, but visual attractants and scent attractants, because you got to give something to catch your attention when they're traveling these little travel corridors, these pinch points, these edges, these junctions, you know, these funnels. Because you got, like I say, we got 2 or 3 roads coming together, and a good place for the wind that's clear from a good direction that you can do 3 or 4 different sets. And he's going to
find your trails that come out of these too. Don't just sit on the roads. Always walk these edges like this right here. And I catch numerous foxes on this property every year just by doing this. I'll walk this edge, I'll look, that's usually one. Then I'll come over here, and here's usually one, and one right there in that edge. Them foxes come right through here. You can see the grass. They go round, and you'll come through here and you'll see your fox tracks. Come over here, set right here with this as a backing. Do your dirt hole set right there. You'll catch them every time. And you can see right here, well, some deer tracks, but they run these roads. I keep them thinned out of here. So.
right there's a, looks like a possible little bobcat track.
Yeah, yep.
So,
yep.
I don't know if you can see that right by my foot.
Yes, sir. That's a good find there, man.
So there are animals traveling this, and that's another thing I always figured out. Bobcats, I don't know what it is. They love going to these sand pits just like a dang house cat. So.
Yep. Keeps them quiet. It keeps their little feet quiet when they sneak up through here. So they can hunt better. That's the best hunter in the woods. They'll come through here with the wind blowing. They'll walk that right through here. They'll keep right up this thing right here, and they'll come up right up through here. They like thick areas.
Yeah. They're a real ambush predator. So you can see a variety of tracks. Right there's old. That's like a coyote track right there. Old one up there by my shoe. So this is a good area. So that's why he's going to show setting. Here's one of his older sets that he's set. So that's an older dirt hole with the backdrop and stuff. So
caught a couple there last year.
So. But you're always better doing multiple. So you're trapping multiple sets, you know.
Yep. And just an area like this right here. Set multiple.
So now we're gonna do a flat set now. So.
Okay.
All right, he's gonna show us a flat set, and we're basically on the same little intersection. We got the wind coming straight from that way, going across. So if any animal comes down this road, whatever, it's gonna pick up any scent. So he's gonna use a flat set, and it's just basically a natural set. You're hiding the trap, making it look natural. Then you're gonna throw in a couple little scents, or maybe like you can put like cracklings, maybe a little dog food or something like that to get them to nose around a little bit. And you might have a stepping stick or something where they step over and put their foot in the trap. But you're gonna keep this as natural as you can be, because some of these animals are so smart that anything odd that they just kind of throws them off. But Jared's gonna show us and explain this to us.
All right. Like Mike said, you don't want a bunch of dirt all around there. So what I do is I usually take my sifter and I'll put it like this right here. Then I'll come right through here. A lot of rocks right here. Good spot because, like Mike said, this is a trail too right here. They come through this thick stuff and hunt rabbits and stuff and watch this road, and then they'll come through here and turn right here in this little drainage ditch. So right here you get these 2 little things like this. That's natural. A little bit of grass there, give them something to come through here.
It makes like a natural funnel.
Yep.
And you're just digging that hole out just big enough to get the trap in, basically.
Exactly. And you don't want a bunch of dirt like something's dug a hole there. And this is not very good dirt right here to work with. It's got rocks and it's sandy, but it's a good trail, so I'll set here.
That's why you got that sifter too. That sifter will take care of them rocks. So that's a good investment. So some kind of sifter. You can do it without a sifter, but you're talking about some extra work.
good dirt I put in this sifter, try to keep it. All right, get you a little room to work with. Do it that way.
When you mash that trap down, you'll make sure that it doesn't have any wobble to it, right?
Exactly, exactly. I take it and I lock it. I twist it in that dirt bank that I make just big enough. All right. I take it, I bed that baby. Get all the rocks away. Get all this dirt, kind of make it natural. It's sandy. Sand's good to set in, but after a couple rains, it'll cover it up too thick. And the animals can't press it down, so.
Yeah, rain is one of your worst nightmares on dirt trapping or land trapping.
Oh, edit.
That's one of the things that can't happen while you're setting traps. You can't catch yourself.
These babies are sensitive. I keep them sensitive. Dang it.
Yeah, you want a hair trigger more than you do a hard trigger, but hey.
Dang it.
I've caught myself about as many times I've caught coyotes.
It'll scare you, but it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, it don't hurt a bit. So.
Except when it's really cold.
You notice him flipping that jaw over it because you don't want to mess with that trigger in between them jaws unless you like getting pain or you know like getting caught. Just making that look back as natural as you can.
Know where your pan is. Put a little track there. That always works. There's your little track. There you go. That's a flat set. I like to take this right here, get some of that old duff and stuff. No big pieces. No big pieces. You can get scissors, clippings. Always take a little stick, come right here, like that right there. Maybe that. And
just give them obstacles to step around or step over, trying to direct their foot into a certain spot, right?
That's as simple as it gets and best I can explain it right there. Then I come over here. Okay. Mike, can you hand me that gland and urine?
No, you.
Thank you, sir.
Huh? Good old. We're going to little advertise some stuff he uses. Minnesota brand fox urine.
Keg Creek's some of the best though. Keg Creek right here. Oh God. That Keg Creek urine's the best I've ever seen that I've used, but
Wow.
Use that fox gland. Down South Trappers, Derrick's, and Keg Creeks are my 3 favorites. Them are awesome stuff, man. All right, I like to take a Q-tip, cut it in half, and use one in that hole and one in that hole. I didn't bring no Q-tips today, of course. I forgot. Find you a little stick, stir it up. Stick it in that hole. That's bobcat gland. Come over here. It's right here, the fox gland. I don't like to put too much. Just a little bit like that. Put it in that hole.
So fox gland on one side and bobcat gland on the other
That's
side.
right, that's right. A little bit of urine. Ooh, doggy. That right there don't catch them. That's a flat set. Of course, cover up your hole a little bit. Make it look natural like Mike said. That's it.
Now we're just doing this for demonstration, but he would have gloves on while he's doing all that
Exactly.
to keep the human sin off. So, but we
He'll
just
come through here, he'll walk through here, he'll smell, he'll turn. Got him. I love doing that.
and he's not hurt. He didn't break no fingers or anything.
Nope.
So,
Peter, there you go.
so, oh man. All right, now we're gonna do the old dog proof, the coon set.
That's some of my favorites right there.
You know, raccoons, you know, they do a lot of damage. So that's gonna be the next set we're gonna show at. So.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're gonna get on to the dog proof set for the raccoons, and one of the things, you know, people with private land and putting out feed and stuff like that, one of the first places you'll see raccoons coming to is your feeding sites, and Mr. Smith is going to explain that and how you can concentrate on them and settle all these dog proofs, because you ain't got to worry about anything else getting caught in them but pretty much raccoons. So because they got paws like a human and they love using their hands on stuff. So he's going to explain how we do this set.
All right, guys, I'm passionate about this trapping right here, these raccoons. This is my son's bait I was telling y'all about, and it just flat out wears them out. And we love to come to hunting clubs and help people out and protect their stuff. And we'll come to a spot like this and there'll be coons just tearing up their feed right here. So what I'll do, I'll come over here and I'll find me a good tree, and we make these right here, little aircraft cable, and clip it on right there with a J-hook. That's all we do. And the hole's big enough to stick the trap in. It's real easy. Come over here. I love to scrape. You don't have to worry about scent with the coons on here. I'll take my hand or whatever, scrape fresh dirt. Fresh dirt. That's key. Because they're curious and they smell the fresh dirt and they want to know what it is. Come around the tree. Make sure the tree, they can't go up and pull it off. Pull that right there back. You just pull that back. Put that dog right there. Take your trigger, and there's a notch on that trigger. Push it up. Let go. Move your hand. It's around the tree. It's like this right here. And go through that hole and pull it through. Just like that. Now you ain't gonna pull that off. I like to set my trap, I like to hide my chain a little bit and set my trap in the middle of where your scratch out spot is at an angle. Kind of right there, where they'll go in there, snot up, they'll come in there, put their nose in there, they'll go in there. I like to put a big marshmallow on the bottom of my trigger and the small ones on top. My son calls these bird eggs, baby bird eggs. But put you a few of them at the bottom. Make sure they go under that trigger. Okay, a couple on the ground. This stuff is magical. Wild Man's Hammer Time. It's the best I've ever used, best I've ever seen. Just pour it in there. Just about that much right there. That's it. That's it. It's got crawfish in it, and them coons, there is not nothing. Coon, possum, skunk, fox. I've caught fox on them. Stuff's amazing. That's all I do right there. That's money.
Easiest, quickest set to catch raccoons.
Catch over 150 every year. Easy.
And that's probably the worst animal about getting eggs, because there's so many of them, you know. Trapping's starting to pick up a little bit. This is the stuff he used. You can get on your website. You got a site you sell that, right?
You can go to Jared James Smith on Facebook or Wild Man's Hammer Time. You can get in touch with Todd Brogdon, Alabama All Game. He can hook you up with it. It's good stuff, man. It's the best I've ever seen. Flat wears them out. You put it on a track, he'll ride in the back.
There you go. That's easy. I mean, that's an easy set, and that's, like I say, that trapping raccoons, you know, if you can just do that, that helps a lot. So anything to help the turkeys and their eggs, you know, knock them predators down. I mean,
these right here are Duke DPs. I love them. Get you a dozen of them. Make you some of these up or find them online. They're DP anchors, and go to work. Get you at least 12 of them. Set them all around. Find your tracks and set them. Find your log crossings over creeks. Set them both sides of the log. Round feeders. Anywhere you find tracks, set them. And check them every day by law. And you'll wear them out, guys.
I know y'all have somebody say fresh tracks on deer hunting. Well, fresh tracks on trapping, you know, that's key too. So you got to have the sign there for them to trap there. If not, if you're just trapping in a dead zone, you're just wasting your time, because it's a lot of effort. But finding fresh tracks, we're going to try to see if we can get some pictures of the fresh tracks and post them and show you what a raccoon track looks like versus anything else. But anyway, we appreciate Mr. Smith showing us this, and we're going to also explain some of the dye that he uses for them footholds, because the traps he's using today is showing they're kind of shiny, and he just had them because they're newer traps and they're easier to show everybody versus the dark black traps. But a new trap, he'll take them and wash them and get the oil and stuff on them, the grease that they're made in, and then let them rust a little bit, and then dye them in like some hardwood dye or walnut dye or something like that, something that'll dye them black just to color them. And a lot of people used to wax them, but everybody's getting away from that now, because traps are made so good nowadays you don't have to wax them. So they're just everything, the evolution of the traps we got today compared to what we had back when I was trapping is amazing, the difference. So, but anyway, we're going to explain that here in a little bit. Okay, Mr. Smith's going to talk about his trap preparation when he buys a brand new trap, what he does from start to finish before he actually uses it to trap.
All right, a lot of guys right off the bat boil their traps and dye them and everything. What I do is I'll stick them in my sink with hot water and dishwashing liquid, and I'll get that grease off of them, because they're grease. That's all I do. It's nothing fancy. You ain't gotta buy nothing extra for it. And just soak them in that for about 30 minutes. Take them out, run them under hot water, and set them on your back porch or something. And I use them like that. And I catch first night a lot of times with them. I don't ever boil them until a year later, after I've used them all year. And then I'll boil them in a logwood dye made by Keg Creek. And when you boil them in that, like a turkey pot, and you boil them outside, you just boil them on low, and you get them to boiling, and you stick your traps in there, you turn it down, you turn it off, and let them soak in there. All right, let it soak in there for a long time, about maybe 8 hours, and then you turn it back on, and then let it simmer back up. When the bubbles start coming up and the scum and stuff starts coming off the top, then I turn it back off, and I let them soak in there for a little bit, then I pull them out. I do them a little bit different. That Keg Creek's a little bit different than the other stuff. And then I'll hang them up and let them dry, and they'll turn a pretty black, and you don't have to wax them with that stuff. And if you need it, just contact Marty Smith from Keg Creek. It's called logwood dye. It's the best out there.
So it's similar, like for land trapping, I guess, because as long as they're clean, you're covering them with dirt, so the visual part, you know, it's the main reason I guess most people would,
pink,
you know, or they're dying them or whatever, is because in the water, if you like do blind sets in water like creeks and stuff, catching mink, they dye them a natural color to kind of hide them in the water, because you can't cover them up with anything in the water because you already got water resistance on the trap. So just dyeing them helps them blend in. So
if they ever dig it out and they see your pan and they dig and see that, well, of course they'll get spooked, but by that time it's usually too late anyway. My main thing is what I showed y'all earlier, how I want them to walk and commit to that hole. And when they commit to that hole and put their paw and weight forward, that's when you catch them. So a lot of times if this is scent free, they're not going to dig that. They're going to walk right to that hole and see what's in that hole.
But if you was to get some kind of lure or something on that trap, there's a good chance they're going to dig.
They're going to dig, and then they'll see it. They'll see that shiny, and then you got bigger problems. But
all right, that's cool.
All right.
But we appreciate Mr. Smith showing us his passion and for the turkey hunting and the passion for helping save the babies and to have more turkeys for the future generation and the next generations to hunt. So we thank you, sir.
Man, I loved it. It's fun.